you're probably just a little microcephalic in relation to your body. You're not, tremendously. He's not syndromic. Is what I'm. Just stay with me because I'm using you as an example. It's important. So let's just say that you're microcephalic, but you have.
Yeah.
Let's move on to someone who's not syndromic. Let's choose from.
Dr. Sultan, can you talk about some of the outgoing graduates?
So this is something I have to do every year now?
Yeah, every year.
So every class is special? Like kindergarten children, they're all special? I have to say something about all the special children?
I think so. I think you have to.
What if I don't find them very special? Do I still have to say something?
Yeah, maybe just about one or two of them.
All right, maybe one or two.
Some of the special ones, like maybe Sam.
Samantha is special. Samantha is special. She actually, I don't mind saying something about Sam because she's one of the nicest people I know. She's a doll. I mean, she has one bit of an annoying habit. Anytime we go into a hospital room that we're making rounds, which is every day, and the mother gives the history, Sam starts making this little like scoochy face, like, oh, the baby's sick, oh, the child's vomiting, or he's seizing, and he's biting his. Yes, Sam, we're in a hospital. They're sick children. That is part of a hospital. Aside from that, Sam's going into, she's going to be here. So we have a year to work on this whole maternal kind of nauseating side. But she's a doll. I love her very much. I don't mind talking about Sam. Who else?
What about Nina?
Nina. Oh, Nina. Nina's going into NICU, I think. Yeah, yep. Nina's going into NICU, right?
Yeah.
So the other day I was making rounds, and I was typical rounds, and I asked about 10 questions, and I think Nina knew every answer to the point that it wasn't that it was annoying, but it made me reflect how far she's come. Like when she was just starting out, she knew nothing. She knew absolutely nothing about anything. And she's grown so much, it really, I almost got teary-eyed. Then she did that high-pitched laugh that she has, the one that makes her sound like she's R2-D2 from Star Wars. And it brought me back, and I was okay. But I'm going to miss her because she was so much fun to be with. She's great. Who else?
David.
David. So, David is special. Now, I make fun of David because I always tell him, see his wife, his child, and I see David, and I said, Dave, you really married up because, you're not that good looking. But besides that, David's very nice to me because everyone knows that I speak Spanish. But everyone knows also that I really don't know what I'm saying. So I could be asking about, the child's history of seizure meds, but I also could be calling the mother a goat. And then David comes in, and he doesn't make me look stupid. He says the whole thing in beautiful, makes it sound so eloquent. And then he doesn't make fun of me. And I'm thrilled that David's going to be here for another year because I love his company, and he's grown every year. He's fantastic. Who else, Jen? It's you.
Hiba.
I can't really talk. So all right, so here's the problem. I couldn't, for the past couple of years, I've really tortured Hiba because she has this kind of monotonous voice. And I say that she calls me in the middle of the night, like everybody does every 15 minutes. I actually fall asleep while she's speaking just because she's like human value. But the reason I picked on her and picked that is I can't find that much more to pick on. Because she's nice, she's thorough, she's easy to work with, she's great with patients. So I really hyper-focused on the fact that she's kind of monotone. But that's really nothing. She can work on that. What's Hiba going into? Oh, she's going to put her patients to sleep in Pennsylvania. So that's good. That's good. Who else?
James.
James. So somehow, and I know James is going to be an ER doctor, which is perfect for him, because James is a sponge for disaster. Like, if James calls me, I know it's going to be the worst thing in the world. And I wasn't sure for the first couple of years if there was a cause and effect. In other words, it was a disaster because James was involved, or it was a disaster because somehow they always just migrated to him like, I don't know, he was like some type of sponge for TB and transverse myelitis and Guillain-Barré and status epilepticus, and it all just came. But it gave him fantastic experience. He is so ready. He's going to be tremendous because he cares about kids. He's well trained. He thinks things out, and he's come so far. So I'm very proud of him. Who next? Who?
Abdul.
Abdul's the second year.
No, Abdul's a third year.
No, he's only been here 2 years. Abdul's the second year.
No, he's graduating this year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Really? He's graduating? What's he going into?
GI.
That fits.
Yeah.
So I guess I've given Abdul a bit of a hard time, mainly because, he's deserved that. But as long as he's graduating, Abdul really smart. And as soon as I made it clear to him that I didn't care that he was smart, he's done fantastic. And he's going to be great in GI. He is. Who else?
Pre.
Pre. All right. So I have to be careful because I'm a little afraid of her. When Pre first started out, I think she was here 2 days. I told her she had a bit of an edge. Maybe a bit of an edge, like on the level of like those jitsu knives that they have at 2 a.m. that cut through steel, like that type of edge. And she lost the edge a bit, but she kept just enough of it so that I was so confident in how great she was. She's going to downstate where I train, and I actually called them and told them they would be lucky to have her because she's absolutely ready to take charge. She's ready for world domination, actually. She's going to do great. She's going to be in downstate, and I'm very proud of her. Who else?
All right. The last one is Manzo.
So that's good. So I was thinking about the first time I met John. So we're around the table and I meet the interns for the first time, and he was, I was joking as much as I could, and he never even cracked a smile. In fact, I don't think he actually blinked. So I was talking. He was really serious. I thought he was a serial killer. He just completely stone-faced, and he was a little scary. And over the years, I've come to realize the reason John maintains that demeanor is he doesn't talk just for the sake of talking, which is a fantastic characteristic. He's professional like no resident I've ever seen. He's absolutely was professional and confident from day one. He maintained that with a certain degree of humble as well, which is an incredible combination. So, yes, he's got a fantastic sense of humor. I just had to draw it out of him, and I love him. I actually do. Don't know how he's going to fit in Texas. That's a state that Manzo, Texas. He'll fit in anywhere. So I'm going to miss him. So those are all the. I guess this was a special class.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, huh? They are a special class. I don't mind talking about a special class. And I wish them luck, and I thank them for all their hard work of the past 3 years.
Thanks, Dr. Sultan.
Thank you.